Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of SWGOH Shorts. And today we're going to be talking about the great subject of Datacrons. We're going to be giving a brief overview of Datacrons today, and then on the next episode I'll talk about who needs Datacrons or do you even need Datacrons, and then eventually we'll get into how you farm them, the best way to farm them, and then maybe even talk to some different members of the community on how they use them and what they think about them. So first, Datacrons are something that were introduced into the game by CG in the middle of 2022, so almost 1 year ago now from the recording of this video. And basically, they were introduced to shake up a bit the meta, to shake up the competitiveness within PvP modes. So they apply to all PvP modes. You can use them in Squad Arena, you can use them in Grand Arena, and you can use them in Territory Wars. It was just to change some of the counters, make some more difficult, have some teams maybe be able to beat GLs, with the use of Datacron. So we'll talk about whether they're good or not, maybe in future episodes, give some opinions. But in the end, they're here to stay. So what are they? If you jump into your character and ship screen at the bottom, they have a category called Datacrons, and you can see them. So essentially, Datacrons, there's going to be two available at a time now, going forward, and they're available for 4 months at a time. So once one set, for example, this Dangerous Prototypes was released, it's available for 4 months. You can see here on the screen that it's active until April 19th. So we have about a month to go. A month later, this Defiance Rising one was introduced, and this one is going to expire the middle of June, so still another 3 months to go. So two Datacron sets active at any given time, and basically what a Datacron is it's kind of similar to a mod where it will enhance the stats that your characters have, but it will also have different bonuses for alignment, so dark side, light side. It'll have different bonuses for factions, so droids, scoundrels, smugglers, etc. And it can have bonuses for specific characters. So let's just look at, for example, one of these level 9 ones that I have here on the bottom. You can kind of see what they look like. So you see the first, over at the top, you see that I have, level 1, level 2. Level 1 is giving me 30.5%, 35.5% armor penetration, followed by some health increases. Then I have a bonus for light side characters that whenever they inflict a debuff, they gain 2% crit chance. I have some more bonuses. I have a faction mechanic for droids, so whenever a droid ally targets another ally with an ability during their turn, they both gain 5% defense, max health, max protection, and offense stacking until the end of the battle. I have a couple more stat bonus increases, and then I have a character-specific bonus for a sortie. So this is how every Datacron works. When you unlock them, they're going to be level 0. You have to use Datacron materials and currency to level them up for each different level. Obviously, it gets more expensive as you go, similar to gearing. And at each level, you're going to get level 1, level 2, different stat increases. You can see over on the right side the different options for that are available basically for this Datacron. Now, you don't get to choose which one. This is all RNG, so good luck on getting what you're actually after. And then those stat bonuses are levels 1, level 2, level 4, level 5, and level 7 and level 8. And then every 3 levels, you get a different bonus mechanic. So level 3 is always a light side or a dark side bonus mechanic, depending on which Datacron set is active. Level 6 is always going to be a faction-specific bonus. So in this particular set, you can get bonuses for droid characters, smuggler characters, or resistance. And then the level 9 is a specific character bonus, and these are the different characters that are potentially available for this Datacron. So who can use Datacron? So to use a Datacron, they're different from mods because they apply to your whole squad, your whole active squad, and not just a specific character. But that means that your entire squad needs to reach the minimums in order to use them. So to use just even a level 1, you need to have your entire active squad minimum relic 3, and then it will activate these level 3 levels. So level 1, level 2, and level 3 all require minimum level 3 relic 3 on your entire squad. Now, if half your squad is relic 5 or above, and then the last 2 are relic 3, you'll still get those same bonuses for everybody. Levels 4, 5, and 6, the entire squad needs to be relic 5 to get those stat bonuses, to get that faction mechanic. And then levels 7 and 8, also the entire squad needs to be Relic 5 minimum to get those additional stat bonuses. And then level 9 Datacron, the difference here is only that character needs to be Relic 7 to get that specific. So Sortie in this case would need to be Relic 7, but the rest of the squad that's active would have to be Relic 5. Now let's say that you have a Datacron that's level 9 like this, but your team that you have, you're going to use it on, they're all Relic 4. It's fine, they can still use the Datacron. It will just cap the stats at whatever you have for level 1, level 2, and level 3. So you can still use this in-game. It will basically show that the level is being reduced from a level 9 Datacron down to a level 3, and you'll get whatever stat bonuses those are. So again, the minimum relic requirement for the whole team, for anybody to be able to get the bonuses, is everybody on the team has to be relic 3. The next level is relic 5. And then for the character bonuses is relic 7 with everybody else at relic 5. Now, I'm going to exit out of here in game. We're not going to talk about, do you really need these or what's the best stats to go after? But I just want to show you another resource while we're here. So if we go over to SWGOH, which again is a great resource for many aspects in this game, and you go to the database and the Datacrons tab, something like this is going to pull up. This is going to show you all the Datacron sets that have been active in the past, and at the bottom you'll find the latest, the 2 that are still active. So this is the Dangerous Prototypes, active now for another month as of recording this, and then Defiance Rising. The reason I'm showing you this is where you can go and actually see, what are all those stats available at the different levels, what are the different bonus mechanics. So when you're trying to decide what stats and what bonuses you want to chase and what you want to focus on leveling, or you can actually re-roll some of these if you don't land what you want. This is a good resource to do that. So just taking this current Datacron set which is the one you can actively farm materials for and actively farm Datacrons for right now while I record this. At level 1, these are the types of bonuses you can get. So armor, resistance, potency, tenacity, health, armor penetration, and resistance penetration, a certain percentage increase on top of whatever your base stats are. Again, it's random, somewhere between those. At level 2 is going to have basically the same different statistics and an additional increase. So as you saw when I was showing you my Datacrons, you could have one that's armor for level 1 and then tenacity percent increase for level 2, or you might land armor both and you might have 25% armor on the level 1 and then another 50% on the level 2, so then you're going to show 75% armor increase. Level 3 bonus mechanics for different alignments. Again, this one is for light side. So when you level up to level 3, it's going to land on one of these 5 different bonuses. So for example, the second one is whenever light side allies inflict a debuff, they gain 2% crit chance stacking for 3 turns. So that will apply to everybody on your team that's light side. Now, you could still use this Datacron. Let's say you're using a star killer team where you have 3 dark side, 2 light side characters. The light side characters would gain these bonuses. The dark side ones would not. And like I said, you can actually re-roll these if it doesn't hit the one that you're after. But looking through here, you can decide, which is the main alignment bonus that you want to chase. Level 4 and level 5 is again going to be more stats, the same ones that are available. So you could have mix. You could end up hitting the same ones. Level 5, like I said, is the same. Level 6, when we get into the faction mechanics, this one's quite long because you have the different factions. So Droid, again, on this specific one, Droid faction, Smuggler faction, and Resistance. And within each of those, you have 5 or 6 different bonuses that could land. So again, this Droid one that's quite good that people are after is this one at the start of the battle. Droid allies gain retribution for 3 turns, which can't be dispelled. And you can chase different ones here. You can re-roll if you're trying to build a Datacron to a specific one. It starts to get expensive. Materials are limited depending on how many crystals you want to pump into farming them or buying them. But here you go, all of the different bonuses for the 3 different factions on this particular Datacron set. And then level 7 and level 8 is going to be, again, more stats, the same stats, but will be higher thresholds. And level 9, finally, the character bonuses. So there's quite a bit of characters that have a potential bonus. All of these characters fall within one of those three factions from level 6, and all of them only have one bonus that could potentially land. So the main one, for example, in this Datacron set, people are chasing are the 3PO and Chewie, where he's immune to daze. Whenever he uses a basic ability, he gains stacking offense, and then he also gains protection up for Rebel allies. So these are the different options that you see. Again, using SWGOH.gg is a very good resource to try to find what are the available things as you're building these. There's a lot of YouTubers that put out, every 2 months when the new set is released, what are kind of the key ones that people should be trying to farm and chase. But that's kind of a bit of an overview of Datacrons. Again, the key things are everybody on the team has to be minimum Relic 3 to use them. The next set of levels goes up to Relic 5. So really Relic 5 to get the most benefit, the whole squad needs to be Relic 5. Some really good ones, you might need to have characters at Relic 7. And these allow, maybe off-meta teams to beat some galactic legends depending on how they're set up. So they can be quite powerful. They can also be really annoying. If anybody remembers back to the Stunacron from Jedi Master Kenobi, or the one for Lord Vader, where basically they were just stacking dots and getting turn meter over and over and over. So there looks like they're here to stay, so we have to live with them. But in the next video, I'll kind of cover, do you actually need to care about them depending on how your play style is or where you are in the game. So thanks for watching. Just go ahead and remember to like and subscribe to the video, leave some comments below, and I will see you on the next episode. Thanks.